Welcome back. So, we talked about 21 things that you can do to start making progress towards your goals. Now, here's where it gets fun. What we're going to learn today is how to be kind to future you. What does that even mean? So, one of the ways that I like to look at this is when I have a decision to make, I'll ask myself, how will future me feel about this? And it goes along with, like, if you're trying to change your diet, and present you is standing at the glass window of a bakery, drooling over this huge chocolate, glorious thing. Stop in the moment. How will future me feel about this? Because a lot of times in that moment when I ask myself that, future me is like, I'll want to punch you in the face because you just did something stupid that took us completely off our goals. And that doesn't mean that you can't treat yourself, but it's staying present because a lot of times when we're just going about our day to day business, our mind is either in the past or in the future, and we're not staying here. And here is where we make the decisions that shape our future. So, a very good way to monitor your behavior and keep yourself on track because you want to make progress. That progress, those little baby steps, those small wins, that's the motivation that keeps us moving forward. And we don't want to blow that all up because we just weren't thinking in the moment. Or, you know, if you're trying to diet and you're proud of yourself, you've done great, let's just say for most of us, I've been there too. I had a very unhealthy relationship with food, and I would use food as a reward, or I would use food to soothe as an emotional, like, I've had a bad day, so I'm going to have some Haagen-Dazs. And I know looking at me now, it doesn't look like it, but I was very, very heavy when I was emotionally eating. And I had to learn to take those baby steps to make better choices so that I could maintain a healthy lifestyle. And it's not even about appearance, it's about feeling good and having energy and being able to move your body and be strong and feel like you can take a flight of stairs without having to double think it. Like, how bad do I really want to see the movie? I mean, things like that. So it's about, if it's diet that you're working on and you're proud of yourself and you're making progress and you want to treat yourself, get yourself a new shirt or flattering earrings or something that's going to reward you for the progress that you've made in being healthier. Or make it a healthy treat. Something that, like, maybe there's a smoothie shop near your house, and that, even though it tastes delicious, isn't going to completely sabotage the progress that you've made. Or if it's financial and you've been wanting to save money and you've been wanting to pay off debt and you're making progress and you're feeling good and you want to reward yourself, but emotional shopping is your thing, okay, what's another option you could have? Maybe for you, you would go out and get yourself some big, glorious chocolate thing. For everybody, it's going to be different. But what we want to avoid is repeating behavior patterns. If we're working on this area of our life, we don't want to fall into an old pattern in trying to reward ourselves because then we're just encouraging that behavior to continue. We want to break that cycle by introducing something new. And that's why I said, be kind to future you by staying present and really ask yourself, how am I going to feel about this? If you're someone who's been wanting to pay off debt and wanting to break a habit of just impulse buying or emotional shopping, then probably the best way to reward yourself is not going to be buying something. It's going to be going for a walk or having a great meal or going to a new location to see something. But try to get out of doing the old patterns because that's what we have to break to make progress and learn new behaviors. Because if we stay present and we mindfully think about what we're doing, because those old patterns come up just like that, so fast. And we have to learn to catch ourselves like, whoa, wait, wait. I'm proud of myself because I saved $40 this week. If I spend that $40 on boots that I don't really need, I'm not really helping myself. What's something better that I could do? And it's just being present, staying aware, and recognizing our own patterns of behavior. Because what puts you into the position you're in is not what's going to get you to a different place. Old habits don't create new things. We have to create new habits to create new things. And the way that I found to be most helpful is asking myself how the future version of me is going to feel about the decisions that the present version of me is making. So, say you wake up and you're just feeling kind of blah, and you're thinking about calling into work, but you know that you're going to miss a day's pay, and at the end of the week, that paycheck was going to pay off that last credit card. How are you going to feel on Friday when you can't do that you were so excited about and so ready for? How is future you going to feel then? They're going to want to punch you in the face. And so staying aware of that and seeing how you can use this for all kinds of different situations, it's very useful. It's a very simple, quick question, and it can help you become more aware of the ways that you're sabotaging your own success or sabotaging your own progress through these old patterns. And again, by becoming aware of the habits that we have or the ways that we self-sabotage, by being present and asking ourselves these questions, we break that repeating cycle and we can learn new habits. And so if there's something like that you're dealing with in whatever area, what thing have you been doing that's counteracting where you want to be? What behavior? Is it shopping on Amazon late at night when you're not really with it and you just buy things and then you're like, why did I even buy that? Or maybe it's sitting and watching TV while you're eating. You're not really hungry, but you're kind of bored, and you don't even really pay attention to how much you've eaten, and you find out that there's a whole bag of chips missing, and you don't really even remember enjoying them. Things like that, you know, just take a few minutes and think about what self-defeating behaviors have I developed, and start bringing future you in, in that day-to-day decision making. How would future me feel about this? So once you write down those things, then think about substitutes. If it's 10 p.m. shopping, could you read a book instead? If it's munching chips while you're watching TV, could you fiddle with something? You know, little fidget things? That is a great thing. Like, because you just want to do something. Maybe a lollipop, something to keep you busy. Some of us, it's the hand to mouth thing with the food. It's just a habit. So a toothpick, there's different behaviors that we can introduce that are more positive than the ones that we've had. And it can act as kind of a bridge to bring us to even more positive behavior. So write down 3 or 4 things that you've identified that are kind of holding you back on your progress, and write down 3 or 4 things that you could substitute for that. Share it on the page. We'll do the Q&A. I will talk to you soon. Love and light.